Hi, so today I have something really special that came in the mail and I wanted to unbox it and tell you the story about why this particular item that is right here, that's so special to me and how I got it and the whole story basically. So, first of all, it's a purse, it's a handbag, it's a luxury handbag. It's the first one I've ever bought, and I never ever thought that I would buy something like this, especially not when I was younger. Even until like maybe last year, I thought that there was maybe some margin that I could even afford one. But I never even didn't. It was not even just the money. It was just I never even saw one that I even thought was worth the money or worth the amount of adoration people seem to have for luxury bags. So, oh yeah, when I found this one, it changed everything. And yeah, so okay, how I was able, or how I even found it in the first place was last fall in September, Christopher and I decided to take a trip to Las Vegas. It was my first time ever going. We planned this trip like, I don't know, months and months before we went, but it turned out that the weekend before we went on this trip, we went and we closed on our house, our first house. So it was a really interesting time to go because we were feeling a little cash tight at the moment, but we, had made this plan. We had already made reservations, so it was fine. We went on the trip. It was my first time there, like I said, and it was so much more fun than I ever thought it would be. I never thought that Vegas seemed like it was really something that was for me. I just thought it was a lot of like consumerism just shoved in your face, which it is, and a lot of just tackiness and not a lot of authenticity, which I guess sort of is true, but it's just so much fun. Like I love all the design and the interiors, especially at places like the Venetian and Caesar's Palace. So we were walking around and I never had seen such a dense concentration of luxury high-end stores in my life, apart from maybe Paris, but I still think Vegas has it on lock because it is just like all together. So we were walking through Caesar's Palace, the like Galleria area, and oh man, that place was just so beautiful. The interiors were just gorgeous. I just was like completely in love, walking just slowly, taking in all the atmosphere. And as we were walking past, I just saw the Saint Laurent store, and I kind of had always had an obsession with the YSL logo. And because of that, I was just really wanted to go in and, kind of feel the vibes. And so we went into the Saint Laurent store, and I'm not even kidding you, like within the first 2 minutes of me walking in, I found this. So it is the YSL monogram college bag, and I saw it and I was like, because I went in kind of also thinking like, I want to see what all the hype's about, like with these really luxury stores, and if there's even any bag that I'd even resonate with at all. So I walk in, the first 2 minutes, I found this one and I just loved it. Literally everything about it, from the size to the color to the usability. And in any purse I have, there's always some drawbacks. With the design of this one, I just didn't see any at all. And I just loved it. Like from the very first moment, I even picked it up and tried it on and like looked at myself in the mirror, because normally when I see bags that are like of the price tag of this, I just don't even touch them because I just don't even want to, I don't want to ruin it, or I don't know, they just seemed like, what's the point of touching them if I don't really care for them that much? But this one I was just drawn to like completely. So I looked at the price tag and it was just like, oh, it was a painful price tag to look at because I just saw like sheer perfection for a bag that I absolutely loved, and then how much that would cost, and it was a lot. So I took photos of it and just went on my way. And then when we got back from that trip, after we moved in a bit, I looked through my photos and I saw this bag, and I just was really keen to keep an eye on it because I still was really in love with it. And I looked it up online and I added it to my secret Pinterest board, which is basically just my pie in the sky wish list of things that I want or I'm thinking about. I'm sure other people have this too, right? Like, I can't be the only one that has like this board on Pinterest that is just like basically all my material wants and desires. So periodically, from the time I was back and pinned it, I would just check the website just to see if it was still in stock, and I don't know, just to look at it, to be very honest. And at that point too, it's like, I knew I could buy it. If I wanted to buy it, I could buy it. I even talked to Christopher and I said, this is the bag I'm really thinking of buying. I love it. It seems like it's just going to be a really good investment, because luxury bags are really an investment. I mean, it's actually really funny because like the day after I made this purchase, I saw an article online that was talking about why luxury handbags are actually a good monetary investment. So I just thought, just like, kind of felt perfect to see that as well. And as I had been checking on and off for about a year, I would just look at it, toy with the idea of buying it. But then I ultimately always came to the conclusion that I didn't want to just buy it online and have it be this like click mouse and the mouse click and then have it just be shipped to me. There was something that seemed very unromantic or unsatisfying from a purchase standpoint of such a large purchase, and my first luxury handbag purchase. I didn't want it to feel anything less than special, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And that didn't feel special to me at all. So I just would keep checking to see if it was there, and if like I felt like I wanted to buy it. Like, it just kind of depended on kind of where I was at all the time. And so then I had known from about like August that me and my family, we were going to be going to Las Vegas to celebrate Thanksgiving together. So I thought, you know what, it would be a really good opportunity. It would be really cool if I could go back to Caesar's Palace, go back to the same store and see if it's still there. And if it's still there at that point, I am going to buy it. Like, I just was like, I'm gonna do it, because I think that would be really special to go in, have like that connection with the store, with the touching it, and like, I don't know, just that felt way more like I would have fun with that. And so we get there, we end up not going, basically. We just didn't have it in our timeline, and I really didn't want to force it either. I didn't want to make everyone go to a specific store for me to purchase this. It just didn't feel fun either. So I'd already known as well that Christopher and I are going to be going back to Vegas in January of 19. So I thought, you know, if I don't go during Thanksgiving, I'll make an effort to go when we're back in January and see in the store if it's still there. If it is, I'll buy it. I thought that would be really fun. So after Thanksgiving, we come back to town, and I'm again looking at my Pinterest board of all my material wants and desires, and I look at the site again, look at this exact listing, and I see that it's on sale. Like, on sale. That's just like unheard of for me. Like, I mean, I love buying things on sale, but I never in a million years thought I'd buy anything like this on sale. I'd even like looked at this bag on luxury consignment websites to see if I could maybe get a better deal on it. But it had to be this one. It had to be in this color. It had to be exactly this, because this is exactly what I wanted. So that never came to pass. And when I saw this on sale, I just honestly was like, oh my gosh, like I kind of have to do it. Like, I felt like that was just like perfect. It just was so exciting to see that. And then only downside was it was not for sale online. It was only in-store purchase. So it wasn't as seamless as just being like, click, send, buy. I actually talked to Christopher the night before I purchased it. Just made sure that he was okay that I made a purchase like this, and I had money set aside for it. And yeah, he was just like, yeah, like I know how much you want it, you should buy it. So I just could barely sleep that night after we talked about it, because the next morning I woke up, and as soon as the stores on the East Coast were open, I made my decision that I would call each store individually until I found the bag, and then I could buy it. So I called the store in Miami. That was first on the list, and the person I worked with was lovely. She, honestly, it's one of those things too where like you can really understand why people like to buy luxury, because you just get treated so well. I mean, because you're spending probably a lot of money, so they really make sure that you're really well taken care of, and all your questions are answered, and they don't make you feel stupid, or they don't make you feel like you're wasting their time. So I can really understand from a consumer standpoint that luxury purchasing can feel really good. And I'd never experienced that before, so I'm glad I had that experience. She was so sweet and so accommodating. Basically what happened is, and I kind of didn't think about this until later, was she basically was the person I worked with the entire time. I thought if they didn't have it at that store, I'd keep calling until I found a store that had it. But what she did was like, nope, I'll take care of all of it. I'll call around and I'll see if I can find it, because they didn't have any at that store. She ended up finding them, and I was just like, for this time, like I was either texting her or calling her back and forth, and you know, between like the times when we would chat, it was just like, I would just be crossing my fingers, but also just trying to be like, you know, if it's not there, it's not meant to be, and that's fine too. Like, I'm not gonna make a big deal about it because it's just a purse. I'm fine without it, but it'd be really fun if I had it. So it was both like nervous and excited energy around that. And finally she told me they had some, and they were going to be sent two bags from a different store to see which one was better, basically. They weren't floor models, and which was great, because that means there's no risk of having there being like nicks and stuff. Because I was like, I want to see photos of it before I purchase it, because I don't want to purchase one with like any sort of faulty anything, any wear and tear, or at least as minimally as possible in a very discreet location. And that was fine. She was just like, of course, like, yeah, I'll send you any photo you want, any angle, like, so, oh man. And so it took, I think, 2 days for the two of them that she was getting from the stores from, I think one's from New York and one was from New Jersey. They were sent to her, and she took photos like 2 days later and sent them to me. And they were just perfect. Like, I honestly, my heart just like fluttered. Like, every time I look at those photos, it was like I just got a dog, or I don't know, like baby photos. Like, I saw it and I just like, my heart would just burst. And I like, like every like hour I'd go back to my texts and then scroll and just be like, oh, it's so pretty. So yeah, I was just like beside myself with happiness. And the purchase went through over the phone. That was all good. And yeah, and then she just sent it to me, and I was not able to pick it up the first day because they came from FedEx, and if you're not there, I think it's just because the price point of this thing was so high that they didn't send it, or they didn't just leave it at the doorstep. They needed a signature. So second attempt worked out great, and yeah, here it is. So I'm gonna open it up and cry probably. And yeah, I'm just so excited. Like, this is such a big moment, because I don't know, it's a big moment because it really does feel like I'm really treating myself to something that I absolutely love, and I didn't make any compromises on it. I feel like it was magical the way it happened. It was on sale, and it just felt perfect. Like, every last detail of the purchase, how it went down, I just like couldn't have done it in a better way, apart from maybe, I think being at the store would have been fun, but honestly, with the color that it is and the condition, it wasn't in, just to back up a tiny bit, it wasn't, when I was looking online at the stores it might be available in, the Vegas store wasn't even listed. So even waiting to January, I don't think would have done the job. So very glad. And yeah, I've got my box cutter right here, and I've got the bag in the box. So yeah, I'm gonna dig in. Oh my god, okay. First of all, it's packed just like beautifully. Like, I mean, beautifully as in like really effectively. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just like get a moment of. Oh yeah, okay, it should be like this. This is how the final photo was sent to me, how it would be packaged. Just stunning. Just honestly. Whoop. Here's my receipt in this little card holder. And let's take off the ribbon. Oh, such a cool moment. Oh my god. Okay. It's a nice sticker. Oh my god, I can like feel it. This makes me so happy. Okay. Oh, dust bag. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. Guys. Holy shit, it's perfect. Oh, I love it. 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 Oh my god, I love it. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Got the little sticker, peeling it off the clasp. We have another sticker on the inside zip. And then we have some stuffing. And I'm probably gonna hang on to when I'm not using it so it keeps its shape. But it doesn't really necessarily need it because it's very like, oh my gosh. We have the authentication card. Oop. Jeez, I'm just like shaking. Oop. I never thought in a million years that I would be unwrapping this purse. Well, maybe after, or never in a million years thought that I would be unwrapping a luxury handbag purchase. But after I saw this one, I could really easily see how that would be a thing I would be doing. Anyway, here is the strap. Now I love it because it is a strap that has a seriously badass chain, but also the fabric or the leather bit at the top will help to keep the shoulder from, I don't know, feeling uncomfortable or having the chain dig into the shoulder. I love, 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 love that. The chain is not too heavy. It feels really, it just feels so easy to carry, and I love the top handle. So I can really just grab it, and I don't have to just like grab the long the long strap and just like have it be messy. I like that the top handle is very convenient to grab and go when I'm like leaving the car or a restaurant. I don't know, when I'm sitting, and just that just is a design detail that I absolutely love, alongside of the leather shoulder area for the strap. I also love that there is a back pocket. That is honestly, I was gonna just say I could put my phone in there, but I'm recording on my phone. So this fits perfectly in here, like with room to spare. And yeah, there's a good amount of space for many, many things. There's a bigger pouch here that extends pretty well. A nice little zip pouch that would keep things protected. And then the back is pretty small, but would also be able to carry a few little random things in there too. So, my gosh, oh my gosh. I love this color. Is like such a beautiful neutral slash statement color. Like, I feel like this will go with every single piece of clothing I own. I love that it's like antique looking. I love the finish of this like gunmetal silver. And I love like the sort of texture on the leather itself. So it's very not too precious, where I feel like it would, if it gets marked or if it gets like up against something, it's gonna compromise the look of the bag. I think it'll actually make it, won't really harm it at all. That's what it looks like. It looks really like kind of already lived in. And like, I'd always seen like the Chanel quilted bags, and I've always thought those were really pretty, but those were never like that edgy or that like little extra style. I always thought they felt really feminine, except for the boy bag. The boy bag, I think, has it locked down with the like contrast between girly and like tomboy-esque. But I don't love that bag that much. I think this bag has it beat is the back pocket and the top handle. Like, the Chanel boy bag does not have those things. It is way more money. And yeah, oh my God, I am so happy. This is like dream come true. I cannot wait to put my things in this and carry it around and wear it like every single day. So yeah, I am so glad I took the opportunity to make this video of me opening it and seeing it for the first time in over a year, because this is just such a monumental moment. It happened in a beautiful way. I'm just so grateful to have the opportunity to buy myself something that I absolutely love and just really enjoy my time. I guess like on Earth is like in a large kind of reaching sort of outro. Just, it makes me feel really glad that I can live in a world where I can enjoy things that make me happy, and I'm really trying to work through like feeling guilt or feeling like I'm not good enough for something like this, because I'm not a certain type of person. I don't know, I'm not the smartest, or I'm not the prettiest, or I'm not the wealthiest, that like no matter what, I deserve the things that I love. And just being able to actually activate on that is a really special thing for me, realizing that the only limitations that you put on yourself are self-made. And when you have the opportunity to get something for yourself, whether it is a purse or it's a vacation, or I don't know, like anything that you have the desire to have in your life, if you're able to actually make that happen for yourself, it's to be celebrated. And I'm just very glad I can celebrate this moment. And I'm just like on cloud 9. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna go and put things in this now. Okay, bye.